Hi there. Oh, better with the light or not? Don't see any difference really. Hi there, I'm Alex D. Yep, let's continue this nightmare. I still need to find the Primogen key on this level. You see, I'm remembering some of these areas, some of the battle encounters and stuff as I pass them, but most of this map is just comprised of completely identical corridors. Which get annoying rather quickly, all things considered. What? Oh, of course. Of course you would do that. Of course you would shoot me through the wall, through the closed door. Huh. One would expect the checkpoints to be located near something important, memorable. No secret walls this time. Crazy. Right, so... Is there any reason to swim in these waters now? Okay. Let's switch the music for a change. Yeah, I kind of feel like the PC version has a higher bitrate or whatever. But some of the tracks are shorter. Kind of glad there isn't many underwater enemies to fight.
Your oxygen is low.
Then again, there are 4 weapons that work underwater. Two of them work exclusively underwater. I don't think we're getting ammunition for that anywhere, basically. I'm not even convinced that I'm going in the right direction, or that I have any reason to revisit this thing. I'm already hearing those annoying ass bugs. Of course they would spawn every now and then. Oh, that one got actually jibbed, apparently because I scored a headshot with a melee weapon. else. Not much apparently. Oh, that's interesting. Tell me that this is somehow supposed to be fun. So that's just a secret area, alright. So far, all of this is pretty straightforward. Yep. what? This guy is triggered to spawn when I destroy one of those cocoons. How does that make any sense? Somehow they survived that. Right? Yep. Talk about useless endgame weapons. Okay, my favorite part, right?
Game saved.
This is a checkpoint. This is a dead end. This is a teleporter. This is one of my favorite areas. I'm afraid I'll have to make a small pause. Alright. Let's get these guys over with. I feel like the firing sound has changed and something else also. And this guy is demolishing me. I feel like you nerfed this gun or something. So, yeah, this hub has at least 2 teleporters. This leads to the level end. I'll save the game here instead.
Game saved.
Jump in this portal. It's probably going to be something important, like yeah, the classic computer room, which is a dead end. There is nothing to do here whatsoever. I'm going to load the game so that these bastards won't respawn. Okay. So, seeing as this is the level end, I'm going to load my previous save and enter this teleporter. Oh, isn't that my favorite part of the level? The one where I make one step over here and everyone in this area wakes up and starts kicking my ass. Okay, this is something I haven't been apparently yet. They're coming from the goddamn walls. There isn't even a tube for them to come out. Ah, there is, but it's way up. It's way up. Oh, and they come out of there for almost forever. That's just wonderful. That's exactly what I like about this level the most. It's endless harassment. Ah, you want to say something? Speak up. Yes, please. More of that. 6, 6, 7? I lost track. I'll just say all of them and move on.
Full health.
Ooh. So yeah, we're back to the area where I failed to nuke a guy. So entering this teleporter was largely useless. I am missing something. There was something on that map. These things. How do I get there? Of course, I'll just have to fight like 6 or 7 of those creatures. Right? Because you won't allow the player to just revisit the areas they cleared of enemies just before. Let them find whatever they missed. They will have to fight annoying bugs over and over until they finally start liking this level somehow. How do I get up there? There is something up there, but I don't know how to get over there. And the worst part, I don't even see why I have to go over there. I don't see any keys, any items floating around. Feels more like a secret area. Where do you come from? Okay, regardless, this teleporter is a waste of time. So I'm loading the forward save. No, I'm loading this save. So have I entered this teleporter? Ah, that's a computer room. Alright, yeah, sure. That's a computer room, that's also a waste of time. So, yeah, let's walk on the lower floor. yeah, the bug's just suicided apparently. Okay, I'm fine with that. So yeah, apparently this teleporter just takes you up there. Otherwise, you can just swim. This takes us to a teleporter, which probably is this one. Unless it's not. Oh, I've never been here actually. Well... we found it, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. Finally. Oh shit, what?! What blocked me? I heard a bug, but I'm not sure that was a bug. Let me just test that again. Oh, tell me that isn't annoying. So yeah, there's some collision issues. Why did I just waste 3 rockets on you? Okay, whatever. Son of a... I will ask you to fix it.
Game saved.
No. You see this thing? The platform is slightly lower, so yeah, it kind of blocks you. And also, since it's triangular, it kind of makes you walk to the side and potentially fall to your death, which is terrible.
Game saved. Ultra health.
Oh, hell yeah.
Primogen key found.
I'm so glad this level is over forever. It's 100% done. Unless I'm willing to explore for secrets. Oh, I found all the secrets! Whee! I 100%ed this fucking level. How's that for an achievement? Oh, what's that? You're small and useless? This fireball attack sounds cool on paper, but in reality it's a little underwhelming. The flamethrower itself, however, is overwhelming. It does crazy damage if you hit things, and it's not easy to hit things with the flamethrower, I'll tell you. Wonderful. Okay. Whoever stood near you is obliterated, man. Oof. Okay, that's actually wonderful. That's beautiful. Now we just need to revisit my... I don't know if it's my favorite level or my second favorite level in terms of how dickish, annoying and obnoxious it is. Then again, I feel like I just hate the entire second half of this game in general. So yeah. Okay, save.
Game saved.
So yep, there's nothing left to do except, well, thankfully it seems that we won't actually have to stay for too long on this level. Oh, and I actually have never used this talisman proper, because the one time I met it on level 6, I could just double jump and skip it entirely. Oof. Okay, so unfortunately the homing properties, yeah, only the primary fire that spans 3 rockets, only that does it, and not the alternative fire, so you can't save on ammunition and have a overpowered kind of attack, which is hit or miss, but I don't know. Maybe it's actually good for the balance. Oh, look at that. Okay, we might actually stick around over here for a while. Seems to be a lot of enemies, and
I am Turok.
oh, that's cool. Ow. Whatever is happening. Did some dork throwing grenades through the door again? goes.
Game saved.
Oh, you haven't encountered this gun, right? Yet. Oh, by the way, sucks to be you, man. Oh, what? Ah. Talk about annoying enemies. This game just it just has all of them and then some. Oh, spiders! Wow! Hooray! I haven't used the flare gun since the beginning of the game, basically, when it kind of was my most powerful weapon. This door requires a key. Oh. What a surprise! So yeah, I pulled some lever. What I achieved was opening this spider shithole to find a key. I get it, it's fine. Oh, look. I don't quite get it how this thing works. Sometimes it kinda doesn't. Okay, for some reason, if I jump, she actually hits me. Oh no, more of them? Why don't I use the ultimate spider slaying weapon?
ultra health.
Oh, you can actually exceed 200. That's wonderful to know when the game is almost over. Yeah, I kinda figured.
Primogen key found.
Whew. Okay, that wasn't really half bad because it had nothing to do with the series of tunnels which comprise the rest of the level. Oh, speaking of nukes, if I haven't done this already, can you restock all of my ammunition from this checkpoint, which includes the nukes somehow?
Greetings, Turok. How may I assist you? Ammo granted.
Wow, what do you look at that?
Game saved.
Yeah, that's the best idea you could have, really.
So, Turok, we meet at last.
Meet at last.
I think you'll find I'm well prepared.
How does one so asymmetrical manage to fly? Okay. Oh! Wow, that looks dangerous. It literally has nuclear symbol on it. Okay, are those kamikaze drones? Whatever, it's not like I'm going to spare somebody. Mine? Oh crap! Okay,
5 lives remaining.
that's too bad.
For you.
Okay, I kind of fucked up. Unskippable cutscene, right? Yep, that's unskippable. That's too bad.
So, Turok, we meet at last.
I can actually activate my grinder
I think you'll
during this cutscene.
well prepared.
Game saved.
Nope. I cannot get rid of those bombs like that. You know what? That's just garbage. It's called main hub, by the way. Well, that's unpleasant. Okay, I'm certainly missing something. You have literally zero health. What is going on? Should I nuke you or something? That didn't quite seem to work. The mushroom was cool though. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Oh, this again. Wow, this guy's relentless. Okay, honestly, I think I should nuke those guys. So, is this still stage 2? Okay, I get it now. This thing damages you for 0 health. That's just fantastic. Or does it? I don't know. No, this is stage 1. This is stage 1. There's too little of those guys. I'm back to stage 1. That's just great. So I've spent my flamethrower on nothing basically. Okay, be right back. Right. I kind of don't get how exactly this guy works. Okay, this kind of worked, I guess. Oof. Okay, bullet hell again. Well, that was a bit anticlimactic. It felt different. By the way, let's switch the music for this battle. Ooh. That was unexpected. Funny how the supplies kind of get replaced. Oh. You know, this ring doesn't actually seem to damage you, but Turok still screams in pain for some reason, which is kind of a what, who is attacking me moment. Oh no. And it just disappeared right in front of me. That's just great. Let's see, yeah. What? I just want a fucking medkit. And this guy just pushes me around. Oh. Okay. Should have used the spirit cannon though. Not a moment too soon.
The Primogen has been destroyed, Turok. The combined energy from the totems has shattered his body and destroyed the last traces of his telepathic powers. The Omniverse is in your debt. I have been unable to identify the force which conspired against you during your battle with the Primogen. Its form eluded me. While I searched, a feeling of dread washed over me. A feeling unlike any that I have ever experienced. There is a natural balance in the cosmos between that which we define as good and that which we know as evil, light and dark, order and chaos. Although I have been unable to gain any specific knowledge of this being, its energy signature feels as if it exists beyond either fundamental force. And one other thing, Joshua. Each time I scan this entity's signature, I also detected the energies of the Turok lineage as well. Whatever it is, your ancestors have dealt with it before.
Roll credits, huh? Okay. So, yeah. All things considered, this is a rather great game, yeah? Plenty of fun weapons to use. Somewhat smart opponents. Somewhat cool looking levels, despite, you know, the age and whatever. The game runs flawlessly thanks to Night Dive, and without those, you know, tweaks, tricks, DOS boxes or whatever that is often required for certain old games. Despite how good it is, unfortunately Turok 2 just seems to drag forever. It gets repetitive really quick and just fails to improve in any of these areas as you move through the game. So basically when you start level 4 you probably have seen everything the game had to offer already. The missions are pretty much the same every now and then, except, you know, those blowing up assembly lines in level 6 was actually pretty cool, as they all acted kind of different. Instead of, I don't know, just blowing shit up, one of them actually had you replace the lasers from blue to red, and that was actually pretty smart. I'll give him that. And yeah, unfortunately the level design's reliance on never-ending tunnels all the time, dickishly placed enemies, you know, in the Hive those platforms, floors, yeah, that you can shoot through and your enemies can shoot through. And I don't know how you play, how was anyone supposed to play this game on like Nintendo or whatever, with tons of fog apparently, but the enemies just seem to see you from ludicrous distances actually, attack you relentlessly, and some of them have homing projectiles, which move really fast, and when you see them, it's basically over. You already hit for quite a large amount of damage, that is. Oh, and of course, every time you revisit the area, a preset amount of bugs spawn to harass you, to be nothing but annoyance, to add nothing to the game, basically. And every time you just travel teleporter to teleporter, maybe you lost something, maybe you're looking for artifacts or whatever, they're just always there. And all of the enemy placements you can learn by heart, basically, and unless you do this, at which point I am just questioning why you would bother. I mean, yeah, games basically stop to be fun when you learn every single enemy placement in this game and how many of them spawn from a given tube or whatever these bugs spawn from. Not important. It adds basically nothing to replayability other than oh, I remember this game was cool, so I should play it again. And you play it again, and then at some point you just, oh no, it's that level again. Okay, I'll just come back later. I'll just come back later. Yeah. So it kind of feels like I feel about Unreal, for instance, because it also has rather cryptic, at times nonsensical triggers, like yeah, you're supposed to not just kill every mercenary in the room to activate the button you then need to press, but also kill a sleuth inside the room for reasons. It would make more sense if one of the mercenaries dropped a key and you would then use the key card to access this button, I guess. But why do sleuths are accounted for as well? It's just weird, and unfortunately it's something you need to figure out. At some point you just remember, oh, I just need to kill every enemy in this room and then press the button. I have the same complaints about games like Doom. Yeah, you just pass a certain trigger which then unlocks the door several rooms away, and you just basically rush to that point and you unlock a secret or something. That's just it's just nonsense. It makes zero sense, and you just have to basically learn how it's done, or maybe read a guide and learn it by heart. And it's something I rather don't like about the new games. I mean old games, yeah, those old school games. It's just weird. It just you imagine a mapper, programmer, or maybe both. They're just sitting there programming, mapping, and whatever, how they see it, and it makes perfect sense for them. But whoever plays that is just like, what the fuck? Why? How? How does that make any sense? Yeah, and like several secret areas in one of my favorite Unreal maps, Bluff Eversmoking, they just make absolutely zero sense. Like, there is absolutely no reason or foreshadowing or any signposting that you are supposed to jump on a certain torch so that the floor beneath you opens and reveals an 8-ball. Or one of the walls, maybe two of the walls, you can touch or shoot and access goodies in them. The armor, the super health, the secrets on Bluff Eversmoking are they just make practically zero sense, and whoever found them basically had to open the map in editor and look for them in there, because otherwise there's just basically no absolutely no well, what's the word that always eludes me? It's not foreshadowing, it's something else. Implying, I don't know. There's nothing implying that a certain wall can have can move or can be destroyed or whatever. Sometimes. At other times it's more clear. I mean, you see a crack in the wall and you immediately blow it up with something, which doesn't always work with certain weapons anyway, which is also kind of annoying in those old school games. Then again, many new school games kind of streamline everything with objective markers, mission control, contacting you via radio. The levels are more linear. Ever since Half-Life, basically, that was kind of the turning point of how video games, especially the first-person shooters, are built. Yeah, and I mean, I don't mind the more simpler, the more accessible games. They also have a place in this world, but then again, some of the more cryptic, some of the more weirdly programmed, with absolutely nonsensical maps from time to time, those old games, you know. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I don't want to replay Doom or Doom 2 just right now, or maybe that's just because I don't really like the city levels in Doom 2. They're just kind of eh. The rest of them are usually lots of fun, kind of entertaining and so on. Yeah, I grew up with old school games, in particular Unreal Tournament 99. Yeah, I'm kind of in that position where I played Unreal Tournament before I played Unreal Original, and I also played Half-Life 2 before I played Half-Life 1. And I haven't played things like Quake 1 or Doom until, well, recently enough, and I rather enjoy that. And it's a good thing that people like Night Dive are moving them to more modern engines, I guess, just for them to be more accessible to the people like me who never had a chance to play them in the first place when they came out, and also for people who have since long moved from ancient operation systems to something like 64-bit Windows 10 and such, and would like to once again relive those memories. So it's a good thing that happened, and I'm also kind of glad that I finally got to play Turok 2. And yeah, I would rather Turok games be something like this than whatever Turok 2008 was, because all I remember about that game is that it was kind of like Crisis but with dinosaurs, because you know it had something like missions, story, characters, jungles and dinosaurs, and quick kills, I guess, and it also had a bow. That's all I remember. And Turok was like testosterone poisoned badass with a funny haircut or whatever. And yeah, that this classic Turok is something else entirely. It's more of a classic old school FPS. I might give Turok 1 a shot, probably, but yeah, I'll probably have to give it a rest for a while. I'm not really looking forward to replaying all of that again, because I don't know, I'm just kind of burned out. Which video is it? It's probably 21 or 22, so basically I've spent almost an entire day, almost 24 hours playing this game, and I think that's enough. I think that's enough for the first playthrough. I played it on hard, okay, and I was rather blasted from time to time. And yeah, unfortunately, yeah, again, it's rather enjoyable. At some point it just becomes corridors, more corridors, okay, which area is which. They all look copy-pasted except some, and they are all connected with those corridors where nothing happens, or you get attacked by bugs like in... well, not just bugs, mind you, by those hive drones or whatever they are called, that do high amount of damage and fire two bursts in 2 round bursts. Yeah, they're kind of annoying because there is no room to dodge their attacks, and they attack almost instantly as soon as they see you. Which, yeah, it might give this game an edge, make it more difficult, but sometimes it just feels artificial. To the point it feels cheap. So, that one moment where you just walk in through one of the corridors and suddenly a hive drone spawns in front of you, and you immediately, yeah, well, yeah, of course. So I'm boxed in because one spawns in front of me and one right behind me. That's just beautiful. That's just awesome. And then the next area you pick up a full health and you're basically assaulted by God knows how many enemies. And also, yeah, those secrets, those walls, that one wall which how was I supposed to even know that wall could be destroyed anyway? Was I supposed to open the map and see, oh, there's something weird about this wall? Maybe I should shoot it, but it looks like any other wall. And it disables the force field, which leads you to a very important room. It's not just a secret area, it's actually intended progression. It is required for you to complete the game. It should be a secret, really, but it's not. And then there are secrets which are rather obvious, because either they mirror the intended progression way of some levels, or sometimes they are secrets, and in the identical place, I'm talking about those purification facilities, those pools, yeah, where some items are in the pools. it has 2 secrets in one of them and none in other, even though it has the same items basically placed in them. And this game, at some points, it just lacks consistency. Especially the corridors, I guess, in level 6, where every single nuke has, yeah, well, almost every single nuke has a turret, and you expect it to come out at some point. Usually it's when you've passed it already, you open a door and you see enemies in front of you, so you prepare to fight them, but you also hear a turret waking up behind you, and that sucks. That's just terrible. That's just dickish, and that makes no sense whatsoever, because the turrets are supposed to come out as soon as you enter the area, and those turrets are supposed to, you know, stop the intruder or something. But instead they lay an ambush. How does that make any sense? Well, it's kind of effective, but then again, these turrets make fuck all damage, which is a blessing, really. Unlike the turrets in level 5, which make no sound, and unless you see them and cheaply destroy them with some accurate weapons, they've already shot you for 12 damage, and that's just bullshit. So yeah, unfortunately, after level 3, this game just loses all appeal. It just resorts to basically what you have already seen in the game, but it makes it more cheap and annoying and drags on forever. It's just full of fillers, and at that point you just want it to end. But I'm glad this game is over, basically. Probably I would rather have this game have less levels, like I don't know, because at least 2 of them, they are very similar and with similar amount of annoyances. At this point I think that level 5 is the worst because of those bugs, and they spawn every time you enter their vicinity, so that's just annoying. And you just see the programming magic unfold in front of your eyes. You are like, okay, they will spawn like 2 at a time, but their total count is like 6, and they will spawn every 3 or 2 seconds. So yeah, you're basically just sitting there and thinking, how would I program that? I would probably program them to, I don't know, spawn 3 at a time at once. I don't know. I would probably delete that level altogether, to be honest, after how much annoyances it grieved me. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to playing this game anytime soon, so I'm afraid somebody else will have to playtest the hardcore mode for you, because I am done with it for now. I will let it cool down. Maybe I'll just remember it fondly for, I don't know, riding the dinosaur. That was pretty cool. The bow is pretty cool, all things considered, but I still think that one of the bows is redundant. That triple arrow shot is kind of useful as a panic button very early in the game, but as soon as you get anything else, really, like the shotgun, basically, it just goes down the toilet and never used again. Well, at least that's what I felt like, because the tech bow does everything the regular bow does, except that almost useless triple shot, and it also has a scope. And it also has explosive arrows, which is just great. Yeah, the pistol is completely replaced by the burstfire SMG, but then again, you can kinda use it from time to time to kill small annoying enemies, which is fine if you don't have a lot of ammunition for that thing. I still kind of don't understand how the shredder works. It's just something magical. It makes no sense. It's kind of hard to use. It's a very hit or miss weapon, like literally and figuratively. The shotgun, however, it seems it's a shotgun, like it's a regular shotgun. It has 1 or 2 barrels. and it also has explosive shells, which are fun, but they are better used in the shredder, because however that works, it just deletes enemies almost instantly, and a lot of them actually kind of ricochets from one enemy to the other, like some sort of angry spirit haunted automatic shotgun thing. I don't know. What else? Plasma guns. Plasma gun itself with the scope and explosive alternative fire is great. The firestorm cannon is also tons of fun, especially when it's close to running out of ammunition. The nuke, however, I just don't know. Yeah, it's kind of it apparently works like any other nuke type weapon in any game ever designed. I mean, yeah, if you're hiding behind a broomstick and basically you're not hit by the nuclear wave and you survive that, so yeah, if you miss a little, the enemy survives that somehow. Then again, yeah, it kind of works through walls, because that one time it destroyed the force field. So yeah, the nuke is rather a non-factor, although admittedly it works like an a glorified chainsaw. That's actually pretty cool. Well, the explosive weapons are more situational, I guess, but they are also fun to use. Especially the rocket launcher that actually has homing, but unfortunately it does a burst fire of 3 rockets, so unless you home in several enemies, you're kind of wasting that kind of firepower. Then again, you've got a plenty, so yeah. Again, those weapons are they fall under the category of too cool to use, so you kind of hold on to them until I don't know, until you run out of ammunition for everything else, and you're just like, oh, why am I not using this thing? I don't know, pretty much everything else is just effective against almost everything. Maybe except, you know, those enemies that have some funny armored hitboxes. I don't know how exactly you're supposed to counter that, except exploiting explosive weapons and the flamethrower. The flamethrower is very weird. When you hit something, it's dead. When you kind of miss it and they step into the area of effect pool, they catch on fire and run around while not taking any damage, really. So it's kind of situational. It's better used against bosses which have huge hitboxes and are easy to hit. Otherwise you're just going to spam napalm all over the place and never hit those small. That's one of my other problems with this game. The bosses, they all suck. They are very annoying. They all have stages with well, maybe not all, but the last 3 definitely qualify in that they have glowing weak points, and they just make almost no sense whatsoever, but still, yeah, you have to somehow hit them with the obnoxious hitbox system of this game. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Sometimes it works, sometimes it feels like you're supposed to be hitting that, but they're not taking any damage because they didn't finish their animation or something. So you're just sitting there wasting all of your napalm and not really understanding what is happening. Yeah, the first boss, it was kind of out of nowhere, but at least it kind of was a warm-up for every other boss which had that yeah, weak spot bullshit going on, and they're just annoying to fight, really. So all in all, this is a rather love and hate game. I don't even know how to rate it. I mean, yeah, it starts high, it kind of promising and promises a lot, and then it just ends with a real slog and just annoyance every now and then. At the end of it, you kind of feel like instead of feeling like you've accomplished beating Turok 2, I kind of feel like okay, I'm glad it's over, and I would rather put it away for a while. Unfortunately, yeah, this game wants you to love it, but then again, it just wants to punish you and torture with whenever the chance happens. And yeah, this is definitely something from Nintendo. I mean, yeah, it's hard, it's bullshit, it's just doesn't make any sense at times. Not really my cup of tea. Then again, yeah, I would rather prefer such kind of games to the streamlined crap that yeah, the modern gaming industry is now manufacturing right now, instead of being labors of love like this Night Dive remaster. That's just great. I might actually give the vanilla game a shot and see, yeah, because I've never played this game before, so I wouldn't know if the problems I've been encountering are vanilla problems, or problems of Ascension mod, or problems of this particular Re-ascension plus, whatever the name is gonna be in the end. But yeah, judging by the Turok 2 Plus, it's gonna be its name, and it's fine. Because I don't know, naming something Quake 1.5 Combat Plus is kind of I don't know, it's a bit long. Then again, it acknowledges that it is based on Quake 1.5 and Re-ascension Plus whatever. Also, kind of should make it very clear that it is based on another mod, but yeah, it removes things that never made much sense, were imbalanced, were too much fun over gameplay and balance. And yeah, still I kind of think that whatever the Ascension mod calls HD textures, it's just a poor and sloppy job at upscaling them and applying filters, because it's something I would do. And then I would be like, okay, that doesn't look really good, so I would have removed them entirely, and too bad I wasted too much time on that. But apparently the guy who made those textures, they did not think that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to say. Fun little game. It kind of ends on a rather low note, very annoying, very slow, it just drags on forever, and the bosses are just terrible. I don't know, I never liked any single one of them. All of them also look ugly, because, I don't know, some of them just make absolutely zero sense. Like, you're fighting in a spaceship, and whatever the boss of level 6 is some fat bug creature, I don't know, which you don't even get to kill, because it just crawls away as soon as it just gets bored with fighting you. And that's probably a good thing. Yep, that's it. Thanks for watching, thanks for enduring all of that with me, and see you around in something else entirely, something completely different, yeah. Bye.